but he had the same sort of afro I had and
So
same
basically,
skin
you're
tone.
supporting who you identify with, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, I had no choice, but that's a whole nother story,
Yeah.
innit? Because family.
But then it's different. I mean, like when I think about boxing,
Yeah.
no, actually, I guess in some respect, I'm trying to think non-black boxers but then I was a real De La Hoya fan, and De La Hoya against anybody, I always wanted De La Hoya to win.
Yeah.
See, so that component isn't part of the argument, because the argument is when you're truly neutral.
Oh, when you're neutral.
So say if you support one over the other, then you're going to support that person because you personally know them or whatever the relationship is there. But I'm talking about when it's truly neutral.
Yeah.
You, as an adult that hasn't like developed a
affiliation. Or
exactly, then you're probably most likely to. But you're saying that's not the same for you.
No,
Like when you're think about when you're neutral.
When I'm totally neutral, but in this situation, I'm not neutral because I was following what's her name, Savannah Marshall, before, innit? So
Yeah, so you're not neutral.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of an instance where I'm totally neutral. Yeah, you're right. You are right. You're just drawn to what you can relate to, I suppose, isn't it? And that's what it is. That's where it comes from.
Yeah, I guess, you have an affinity for...
Definitely.
So, yeah. That's very true. But yeah, I hope Clarissa Shields whoops her ass. I hope she does it. I mean...
It's a bit aggressive. It's a bit aggressive, isn't it?
I'm not very confident, but I do hope... Sorry.
That's all right. You're the quiz master today.
Yeah, you can get this off anyway. Yeah, oh my gosh! Wow.
How you been today, anyway?
Bless, man.
Yeah.
Bless. Work, gym, perfect day. Recording the pod.
Every time do you lot do that?
What?
Like if someone mentions something like the word blessed, in my head automatically I'm playing a song. You know, the Wizkid and... But that's what you play that one.
Yeah, that's what
I do that sometimes, you know.
Yeah, that's what
Like if a word just triggers it, then it's like a background.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm good as well, man. All good.
Yeah.
In the hood another day.
So I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Question to you two first.
Yeah, of course.
If you could not go back in time. If you could get one of your teachers from the past and bring them to you today, what would you say to them? Who would it be, and what would you say to them, and why would you choose them?
Oh shit.
That's a sick question, bro. See, so when you started saying that, the first thing I went to was like a positive teacher, or teacher I had positive experience with. But then I thought, nah, man. I want the teachers that were kicking me out of the class to see how I'm doing now, that said I won't do anything.
You want to gloat?
Yeah, 100%. I'm human, man.
Yeah.
Bruv, the gloating they used to do when they used to kick me out of the class, not the roles of the rules have reversed.
The tables have turned.
Yeah, so it'll be my geography teacher from year 8 to year 9. She was a demon, man. She was. I say it with chest.
Was she not just matching your energy?
No, you got cold. I'm joking. I said, nah, do you know what? Because I wasn't bad. I just challenged a lot. Do you know what I mean? So maybe that's why I'm doing the podcast now. But I always express myself that way, so I don't think I was bad. But you know, when you're a teacher and you're obviously, when you're trying to control a room, I suppose someone that's class or is always challenging is seen as disruptive. So long story short, basically now, we just didn't get on, which is funny to say, like a child and a teacher to get on. But she kicks me out of geography. She wouldn't let me go in her class from, like I said, halfway from year 8 to the whole of year 9. I had to learn geography in a corridor.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
From when?
From like halfway. So after Christmas in year 8.
Till halfway into year 9.
Yeah.
And you had the same teacher, and they didn't even think to move you, teacher, nothing.
She was the head of geography.
Oh my gosh, so she did it. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, my mum had to come in and give it the hottings.
Wow, that's good, because I never was in a situation where the teacher was getting hotted up. It was only ever me.
Bruv, and that's what I'm saying. This was the one time that it happened. Usually, my mum would be threatening to beat me in front of the teacher. But this one time, she just couldn't understand. And it wasn't anything that I'd done to warrant this said punishment. But yeah, it should be the one that I'd bring back.
Yeah, make her sit down and tell her, look at her.
Man's been to Monaco. Have you been there? Geography, innit?
Have you been there?
Have you been?
Show her pictures of the family. Yeah. Look
all
at
of
this.
that.
Look at
Read
that.
it, man. No, I'm joking. But yeah.
Yeah, what about you?
So many options. No, the one I was thinking about, it's part gloating, but it's also part, I don't know, it's quite part emotion at the same time.
Yeah.
So his name was Mr. Owasu. Mr. Owasu is my form tutor for like 4 years out of the 5. And
What country was he from?
he was Nigerian.
Oh, okay. Owasu.
He was Nigerian. He looked like Afro Man. Big afro, big like goatee beard, huge glasses, like proper big sort of overpowering guy.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I remember in the first sort of few months, he was just like seen as the joker. All the year 7s loved him. But all the year 9s and 10s, like used to just cuss him off. Like used to diss him. We used to think, why? Like he's so funny. Because he used to do mad shit in the class, like jump on tables, go on underneath tables, come in dressed up. He was like, he'd come to your house on a Saturday, like he was like one of them.
Yeah.
But then it got to a point where obviously you're a bit older, you start doing things like not turning up to class late, etc. So we used to go arcades in the mornings. He would come to the arcade from school and drag us back in, and draw us out.
Serious teacher.
He was one of them teachers, but obviously at the time you didn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, and he always used to like tell us, if you don't like abide by the rules or do this, one day you're gonna end up in prison or whatever. You're gonna end up poor. You're gonna
he actually said that.
End up cleaning the schools, end up being a bus driver, etc. All these type of things.
Wow.
So yeah, part of it was to like tell them I didn't end up a bus driver. Nothing against bus drivers, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think I ended up what you thought I was going to. Perception, yeah. And then the other part is like to also appreciate what he was trying to do at the same time. Randomly, I was talking about it randomly. I googled his name like a couple years ago, and then I think it was about maybe 8 months prior.
Yeah.
Just found out he'd passed away. Got found out online. I was like, rah.
Rest in peace, man.
Like, you just assume you might come across someone again. Like, I'm gonna see you again one day and shake your hand and maybe have a joke or whatever.
Yeah.
It's still in your subconscious, in the back of your mind, that you may possibly bump into this teacher again, or maybe you're secretly hoping that you might bump into this teacher again. And then to find out, and it's like, just start texting like old school friends, like, oh, Mr. Wasi like passed away, and people actually concerned, like, maybe they were thinking something similar. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to. Well, no, it's weird.
Weirdly, it's a part of you, innit? Like, obviously, it contributed to being the person you are. So it feels like a part of you died. I know it sounds drastic and that.
Definitely.
But yeah. Just sorry, before you go, just on the positive. So I'm gonna say another teacher on the flip side. So it was a teacher, Miss Hitchcock. Yeah, she believed in like man properly. Like she was our English teacher and was also my form tutor in year 8 when this whole madness was going on. But she was the one that believed in me. Like certain times when I was getting kicked out of geography, she would bring me into like the staff room and that. And when you're a kid and you go into the staff room, the teachers are just there chilling. I was like, so she just kind of literally took me under her wing as well. Would drop me like, because she lived, you know how London is, isn't it? Like the estate is literally round the corner from like the posh houses and that. So she lived round the estate. So she'd take me and my brother, big up Saf and Devon, she'd take us home before she'd come back because her boyfriend used to work in the school as well. He was a PE teacher. So she'd drop us home sometimes and then go pick Mr. Dixon up and bring him home. But yeah, so big her up, man, Miss Hitchcock.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do 2.
Yeah.
And it's always bad when you talk about the dead. But one of the teachers, she passed away. But she was my primary school teacher, my year 6 teacher. And she was funny and people will remember her for her humor and stuff like that. Yeah. Which was good. And she was, I guess, quite motivational as well. But one day she chose to tell me that I would not go to university.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, like now reflecting, what a random thing to pick as I won't accomplish that, you know. And fair enough, she was Nigerian, so I think it was that, you know, that sort of, you go to school, you go to uni, like that's the pinnacle, like you made it, and you get a job based on you going to uni. Yeah. So I remember her saying that, and I thought to myself, you know, and I think about it every so often, imagine saying that to an 11-year-old child. Yeah. Like, the child doesn't have a concept of what uni is, but what you're doing is telling them that they're not going to be able to do something, you know.
Do you reckon it was reverse psychology?
No.
Oh.
She also told me that I need to go into... go see a psychiatrist. Like,
he said that with chest.
I said, no, I didn't even get to finish the G.
That way.
You know, in the psychology, I didn't even get to finish the G. I said, reverse psychology, no.
Bro, I know it was not, boy.
Wow, you held that resentment about.
She did not go onto Facebook some years later to see, oh yes, he made it, I did well. Yeah, she did not do that.
Oh,
boy.
wow.
So yeah, her that was, that's lived with me.
I can't even bring himself to say his name.
I can't, you know, but, you know, R.I.P.
Yeah.
And then a lady called Miss Ann Gallagher. That was her name in secondary school. She was an English teacher, top set English teacher. And
you know when you dropped the top set in there?
I saw that.
Top set English teacher.
Yes,
don't worry, I got relegated from her class. You know, in year 10 or 11, I was off the rails, so I got put in the class below. But she would always come and check on me, and she always encouraged me to write poetry, enter poetry into competitions. She got helped me get a poem published when I was in school, and do these performances in assembly as well. And I think that was one of the first, actually her and another teacher called Miss Bullock, who was a drama teacher, but you know, when somebody sees something in you and they're like, you know, keep going despite what's happening around you, your personal troubles and stuff like that. So they were encouragers, so big up to them.
What was Miss Bullock like?
She was a drama teacher. She was short.
Okay. Because I had a Miss Bullock that taught drama as well.
Is it?
Yeah, but she weren't short.
I'm assuming she. I can't remember what she looked like.
Oh, she was quite tall and wore colourful clothes.
Yeah, this one wore colourful clothes.
Like red heels and...
Yeah. Miss Bullock would...
We might have had the same Miss Bullock.
Yeah, maybe.
So maybe let's work where the difference is. You said she was tall. Or did you say she was short?
But I just said it. I'm not sure she was
tall.
I thought she was tall.
But you said she was tall and you said she was short. But when did you...
I'm reasonably taller than him, yes.
That's where I'm going. Was you small at the time and she appeared tall? And had you shot up?
Yeah, but at the time, we were about the same height.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I remember you didn't start getting to... Because obviously you notice, isn't it? You're like, why is this guy getting taller than me? When we've been the same height this whole time. I think it's when we got to like 18, 19.
Yeah.
And I was like, this motherfucker, man.
Because
we were literally the same height.
Yeah.
Same height. And then you start thinking, fuck.
I just langed it out.
My height started to come.
Yeah.
But she was a good... She's... Miss Bullock was the one who... So there's a drama school called Anna Scher's.
Yeah.
And they had a waiting list 3 years. She went to them and told them, oh no, you got to jump the queue for him. He's got to, and she did it.
Did you go on the shares?
No.
Oh.
Have we never had this discussion?
No, let's talk this
because the household said no. The household said no.
That's the time.
Yeah. The household said no. What?
I want you to do medicine and you want to come and do drama.
Drama, exactly. They said, no, go and read your book, and then I went and got my book.
Drama book. You should have got a drama book, bro. Anna Scher, boy. They said, no. Oh, my God.
You have to pay, I don't know how much it was, £3.50 or £2 or something at the times. But for me to take you to Angel, it was an Angel. To go to Angel to do this when you could be at home reading your book.
Oh, wow.
Right, bro. Yeah.
And that would have been around the corner from you because apparently you lot from North London, didn't it?
It was literally a 25-minute walk.
Yeah, it's a 25-minute walk.
Wow.
But yeah, the household said no, boy. So
Not
shut
today.
that down, yeah.
Wow.
But big up to her for
Trying.
putting her name
For
on the
at least
line,
trying.
saying
Yeah.
it's
Big up
She
how they
vouched
do it.
for you, man. Miss Bullock.
Big up Miss Bullock.
Jump the waiting list, everything.
Yeah.
And God knows what she had to do to jump that waiting list. Like you, I mean, there are obviously no sexual favors.
I didn't say anything. You said that.
I mean, like,
I didn't say that.
your reaction, I think.
Nobody said anything.
Nobody said a word.
But yeah, God knows what she did to
Oh,
do
man.
that. But yeah, it was appreciated, man.
Bollocks.
But, yeah, sadly the household said no, so
Oh, that's mad.
yeah.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just thinking about it because, how much like people that we meet sort of impact us and where we're going and, your mindset and stuff like that. And teachers are that person, innit? Yeah, which you'll soon find out. Well, obviously now it's a bit different because I feel like we like actively try to be that sort of role, we're a bit more than just functioning parents, We're like, we're going to be that motivation, whereas back in the day, people working,
Yeah, I think back then it was like raising, how can I put it? The perception that I got, it was like raising kids was a job. Get me? It was even though there weren't a manual for it, it's like our parents were just going by a strict manual. As these are the strict do's and the don'ts. And if you come outside these parameters, you get fucked up. Whereas now, as parents, obviously our age and whatnot, we're just trying to go with the flow and adapt and try and mold and make the child the best that they can be, rather than if you don't fit into this parameters, that's it. You know what I mean?
It's a bit more flexibility.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Yeah. Sorry, one sec. My phone's gone out.
Yeah, way more flexible these days.
I know. I would have loved to have been a kid now, innit? Would you have loved to be a kid now? Oh, I was thinking about it now, The stuff you could do and the flexibility, bro. And the fact you don't even have to threaten to use Childline. What? Do kids even know what Childline is now?
Yeah, boy, I don't know. But the thing is, when you're young, you draw for it.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, go on, call them. Let me see you here. Here's the phone. Go on, call them.
I'll dial it for you.
Yeah, I'll dial it for you. You think you're bad. Come on.
Hey, you think you are
And
a
I
man?
would tell them I'm going to beat you.
Yeah.
One of them, one.
Yeah. No, but being a child now, like, there's a lot more flexibility, and I think there's a lot more focus on kids and the way they develop and what they actually have.
Yeah. The belief now is children really are the future, innit?
Yeah.
That
Children
was just a
matter.
saying when we were kids.
Yeah. It was a
just
song.
a saying.
It was just a song.
I said it was just a song.
It was just a song, boy. Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's real now, man. It's real. Saying that, actually, just leads me to another question. What is something that you still do today that's quite hard, that you do on a daily basis? Is there anything that you do on a daily basis which maybe you carried from when you were young?
That's hard.
Yeah, or that you still do to this day?
How young you talking?
Well, whatever.
Young
age.
you want it to be.
However, have you got something whilst he thinks?
Something that I still do that's hard.
That's hard.
Or not hard, or something that you do
Something just
daily,
do
yeah,
daily.
or something that you
That you've carried on from a kid. That stumped me, man. Have you got one?
Well, I've once come to my head, which
Go on.
is something physical, hopefully to get you guys thinking.
Yeah.
But like, if I have to think about something, or if something's on my head, I sometimes click my fingers just to
So like habits.
Yeah, like to get me going. Or I mean, this wasn't from a child, I would say, but later on,
Yeah.
just really try and visualize things.
Oh, okay.
So try and see things as I sort of want them to happen. Yeah. So if I've got an interview, for example, I'll think about it, but I'll really try and visualize like what I'm going to say and how I'm going to do it and how I'm gonna shake the person's hands, you know, and it was the same thing. I remember actually it was in school, you know, when no names, but how I was gonna try and chirp a girl in school, or what I was gonna do, or how I'm gonna write her the note and then give her the yes or no,
Visualize
and then
it.
see her ticking the yes.
Did you ever do a yes or no?
Yeah, I did do it once or twice.
Wow, bro. I wanted to. I didn't do that.
Yeah. Once or twice I did the yes or no, but they were the ones who I thought I was going to marry. So I thought this one is important. I do this yes or no. Ordinarily, I would not be doing the yes or no. But at that time, I thought these two girls, whoa, if they take that yes, wow.
Did they take the yes?
No.
Did they take the no then?
One of them didn't bring the paper back. The paper didn't come back.
It might have just got lost in transit, bro. Imagine she took the yes.
Maybe the teacher might have taken it. And
the same one that said you won't go uni.
Exactly. You will not have this girl. You will not.
No,
uni goer. Yeah.
Your one's a proper one. Visual. Mine was a silly one, but it's like I click my elbows. I've done it since I'm like, all right. The one time I want to do it, doesn't it? You know when you just stretch your arms out and your elbows click? I've been doing that since a youth. And the one time I wanted to do it didn't click. But yeah, that's the only thing that comes to my mind.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty random.
Random, innit?
Did you dislocate them or something?
I don't know.
Were you climbing, running from someone?
I'm glad you said climbing and running, not punching and fighting. I'm glad you said that, bro.
Well, I didn't finish who you were running from, but...
I don't know how I did it, but I just one day, like, you know when you're a kid and you click your ear and they say don't click your fingers. So I've always done that, but I don't do that as much. But the elbow one is something I've just always done. I don't know, random.
I can't really think of one. I can only think of grinding my teeth.
What is it? Where you sleep?
No, just like
in
randomly,
general?
like just
Wow.
grinding. That's all I can think of.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's interesting. But no, I always think, what is it that you carry through? What habits from being a child? But that visualization. At the time, I didn't think that that's what I was doing. I was just thinking really hard about what I wanted to. But suddenly, as I've got older, I've been like, oh no, actually, that was visualization. Like
that was you just watching Matilda, innit?
Yeah.
Trying to make shit.
Trying to make shit wise. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Could you see it?
Could I see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like you could actually see like the image, the colours, the shapes.
It wasn't clear. So it's hard. Yeah, so it's hard because I guess the more I visualize it, it was a thought.
Okay.
Rather than I couldn't necessarily see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll try and play it out in my head and try and visualize it. But it was more like a thought. Like I couldn't see. Even now I'm trying to visualize something. I can't see all the
But if you was to close your eyes, could you?
Yeah, maybe close my eyes. Yes. Yeah. With my eyes closed.
You can.
Yeah. Because I had this conversation with someone a while back, and they're saying when they close their eyes, they can't visually see what they're trying to picture.
Yeah.
But I can. Can you?
Yeah.
Clearly.
We had the similar discussion on aphantasia. Do you remember the episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
About aphantasia.
The drug.
When Shannon came on.
Oh right. Oh yeah.
And we talked about sort of vision things that are not there.
Yeah.
With your eyes are
Your
closed.
memory's
With my
good,
eyes
boy.
closed, I can't. Yeah, it's tough.
Aphantasia.
Yeah, it's tough.
Mm.
But it's sort of, I guess with me, it's like the knowing. So it's like I'm replaying it, even though I can't see it, but I know what I have to do.
Like
That's
training
gonna be
your brain,
a shake
innit?
of a hand.
Yeah.
It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that.
That's it. You know. You can visualize some lottery numbers or something.
That's the one thing I can't visualize. Oh my gosh! If I could
Change your life immediately, bro.
Change it, boy. Wow.
The Gap